team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. NBA legends explain how good Dennis Rodman was. And I actually had the opportunity to meet Dennis Rodman before. It was about a year and a half ago. I was in a music video. It was A$AP Ferg's video. I think it was him and Tyga. Yeah, two random artists. I'm sure y'all probably never even heard of them too. But yeah, the name of the song was called Dennis Rodman, and they got Dennis Rodman to come and be in the music video. So I actually had a pretty funny scene in it too, because I guess the name of the song was called Dennis Rodman, and there was a line that A$AP Ferg said where it was like talk about bullshit, which mean like bull shit. So bull poop, and it was like a bull had pooped onto the court. And for some reason, I was the guy that had to step in the poop. I mean, obviously it wasn't real poop. It was like chocolate brownie or something. I don't even know, but it looked like poop in the music video. I'm gonna put the actual scene in here so y'all can see it.
We got 5 rings. We live in a series of 30 for 30. I shake them like Kyrie. You niggas stuck on that bullshit. I ain't talking about dinners. We the ballers in the game. Feel like we running the scrimmage. I'm the best.
But yeah, I had to step in the poop. And they kind of look at A$AP Ferg like, bro, what is this? Like, it was a pretty funny scene. So go ahead and check that out. I'm going to put that in there. But yeah, that was kind of my connection to Dennis Rodman somehow. But everything I've heard about Dennis Rodman, man, I heard that he was a super high energy Draymond Green on steroids. Like Draymond Green without the passing, but just a maniac out there that you would hate to play against, but would love to be on his team. So let's get into the video. I watched The Last Dance. I actually was reacted to those. That was like 2 years ago, and I was remembering all the stuff that Dennis Rodman was doing with that, where he was like missing games because he needed a break. And Dennis Rodman was a very, very decorated player. Like, he had a lot of stuff going on with him, but I think that's what made him great. And Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, all them people would definitely vouch for him and said they wouldn't have won a lot of those championships without him. So let's get into this video. But before we get there, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. On the way to 10K. We're almost there. We actually moving really fast right now too. Like, I was checking the numbers, like it's moving really fast. So we're gonna be to 10K very soon. So help me out. Help me get to 10K. It's very easy. All you gotta do is make that red subscribe button turn gray. It doesn't cost anything, so just help me out, man. Just help me out. Make sure you like this video if you liked it, and go ahead and write something in the comments. Right, where does Dennis Rodman rank as far as best rebounders of all time? Some people say he's the greatest rebounder ever. Like, it's not even close. And then some other people, might have him top 3, top 5. But let me know, where does Dennis Rodman rank as far as rebounders? But let's get into this video. We got NBA legends explain how good Dennis Rodman was. Let's get it.
Rodman, he's unbelievable. Best in the league.
Start off with a rebound.
Rodman's tap is rebound number 34.
Because he used to dominate the game just on rebounds alone.
Dandy rebound from Dennis Rodman.
His defense-first mentality helped forge the identity of the bruising Detroit Pistons teams that won back-to-back NBA titles in 1989 and 1990.
Whenever we went on the floor and we were in...
Oh wait, so he had got 2 rings with the Pistons? I didn't know he was a part of that. Well, I guess I did know that. He's part of the Bad Boys. Of course I knew that. It just didn't really register. When I think of Dennis Rodman, I literally think of the Chicago Bulls. Like, I don't really think of this like regular looking Dennis Rodman right here without the blonde hair or without all the elbow pads and him just running around with Michael Jordan. Like, I forget about this this Dennis Rodman. But he was a bad boy, so it's only right, man. Hold on real quick. Hold on. All right, that's better. That's better. I had to put my Detroit Bad Boy shirt on because y'all know I'm from the Midwest. I'm from like 40 minutes from Detroit. Toledo, Ohio. Like, when you pull out, well, I don't live there now, but my parents' house, when you pull out of their driveway, it takes you 5 minutes to get to Michigan. I'm like right on the border. and then take 75 north, right up 35 minutes, and we in Detroit. So gotta throw my Detroit stuff on, man. Shout out to the Bad Boys.
The championship playoff series. This guy would be in his own world about winning. You just saw it dripping off of him. You just saw on his face the passion he had for the game.
I wanted this one so bad.
Take a look at Dennis. Everything he does is with two hands. He gets it, one hand, two hands. That's what all young kids
take it from his teammate if you in the way.
He positions himself, tips it, grabs it with two hands. Every time you see him rebound, it's with two hands, turns out.
That Bulls Dennis Rodman, that's what I know.
Into the game, 36 years old, leading the league in rebounding.
36?
The only two people to ever do that.
He was 36 leading the NBA in rebounding? Oh yeah, he's goated. He's goated.
Russell and Wilt Chamberlain.
Read in the newspaper that he was out every night, all night, and to have the stamina that he had, it's pretty remarkable. He killed that you need a good night's sleep theory.
You have a little experience.
Everybody different.
But I did try to get a good night's sleep every now and then.
And Dennis went through these different phases as a player. I remember back in the Detroit days, pre-tats and all that stuff. And you knew him a little bit then?
I did. In college, I used to always go to the Pistons and work out with them and watch him. This was before he turned into Dennis Rodman with the tats. But the thing that amazed me as a young player was watching a guy go through his practices, or sometimes after the game, and I go in the locker room with John, Sally, and Joe and Isaiah and talk, and he'd be on the treadmill or he'd be on the Stairmaster, and they say he would do an hour after a game. So for me to see a guy that just played a game and his ability to go get on the Stairmaster for another hour, and also playing against him. I never had a guy that I didn't think I could go around at 6'8", standing straight up, and laterally he could still slide his feet and draw a charge. To me, that was unbelievable.
He wasn't the most skilled guy, but when you talk about the greatest athletes to ever play in the NBA, I think Dennis Rodman is in that category. When you think about the stamina, what you talked about, Charles, just the way he lived his life, and to be able to play with that kind of energy night after night, the way he could run, especially early when he was with the Pistons, and he would chase people down and guard every position. That guy could have been a world-class triple jumper or 400-meter sprinter. I mean, he was incredible.
And Shaq, this is a guy, too, who, you played with him a little bit in L.A., but playing against him, wasn't he? He's one of those irritating, get-under-your-skin kind of guys, right? Would it be fair to say, yeah.
He was shooting threes?
Love having him on my team for what he does, but when you're playing against him.
Before Shaq get into what he want to say, I got to stop it and talk about this. I'm going to forget. I have a bad memory, so when I think of something, I got to pause and got to say what I'm about to say. But I think they bring up a good point on, they didn't even bring it up, but it's something I thought about, where everybody's different in terms of, what you need to do to prepare yourself for a game. They said that Dennis Rodman used to be out partying, every night before games and everything. Like, it didn't matter. That's what he needed. But everybody's different. Like, what get him going might be different than the next person. Like, maybe Dennis Rodman needed that. Maybe he needed to go out and, have a good time just to get his mind off of basketball, or his mind off of whatever he was thinking about until it was time to go play basketball. Whereas other players, they need to get a good night's rest. You got to relax. You got to chill. But maybe Dennis Rodman chilling inside of a hotel room or chilling inside of his house the night before a game might cause stress. He might be thinking too much. Like, you never know what people need to get them going. So I would never just be like, since Dennis Rodman goes out and parties, that means that we need to go out and party. Like, no, you do what's best for you. What works best for you is not going to work what's best for everybody else. So just do what's best for you.
I'd rather not.
He was a great defender. He always moved his feet. The great thing about Dennis Rodman is he always did it his way. When I played with him, he's supposed to be there an hour and a half before the game. He would come in with 45 on the clock, eating chicken and rice. And nobody would say anything because we knew that he was going to give us 20 to 25 rebounds at the game. And so, he did it his way. He rode the treadmill after the game. And, Steve was right. He was a phenomenal athlete. Phenomenal. Ernie, I saw that irritating problem. So Mike used to joke to me all the time. What I would do is I just punch him as hard as I could at the beginning of the game.
he would leave you alone.
Yeah, you sure would.
He would. You just had, because Mike used to, Charles, why you keep doing that? I said, dude, he stopped, because he stops irritating you and bugging you once you clocking. I would just punch him as hard as I could like in the first 5 minutes of the game.
He gave me my first job, Country Day. He used to go play video games. When I was in high school, he'd be up there playing video games with kids in the arcade. You remember this? So he gave me my first job. I go up, he's like, you want to come up and camp? I'm like, yeah, thank you, Mr. Rodman. You know, I go up there, he pays me, he's working with all the kids, and then he plays with us for 3 hours after. Just plays with us. He wasn't shooting all that, running and doing all that, but he played with us, and he didn't have to. It was other Pistons, other people there, and you know, seeing his work ethic, it really impressed me.
And he hurts you every time. A versatile athlete and a savvy competitor, Dennis Rodman dedicated himself to frustrating and disrupting the opposition.
That's good defense.
Dennis took the responsibility of guarding the other team's top scorer all the time, regardless of who he was.
So Jordan at 1-1 now. Rodman won't give an inch.
Give me that.
He is truly the only person I've ever known that could guard all 5 positions.
Speaking of that right there, it's a video that I'm about to react to. I'll probably react to it right after this. But they said that Dennis Rodman held Shaq to 0 points. I don't know how that's possible when Shaq is outweighing him probably by over 100 pounds. Probably more than that. But yeah, they said that he held Shaq to 0 points. I don't know. I got to fact check that. I got to actually watch the video. But if you know a little bit about that situation or that game, write about it in the comments, because I really want to know if that's true. And another thing I seen in the comments, they said there's a such thing as Superman, there's a such thing as Batman, and there's a such thing as Rodman. And that's who Dennis Rodman was. You go put him in that category with them. They say he's a superhero, but he was his own person. He was his own superhero, though.
I don't mean just guard him a little bit. Clamp down and shut down.
In addition to his 7 all-defensive first-team selections, Rodman also won 7 straight rebounding titles.
7 straight rebounding titles?
A staggering 16.7 boards over that span.
That's crazy.
Quite a feat for a player not much bigger than a shooting guard.
Most people think he's 6'9", 260. And Dennis was maybe a half inch taller than me at 6'6", 220. And he impacted the game a lot bigger.
There's Dennis again. He doesn't even have to score a basket.
That's
turn the game around with his rebounding ability.
I want to get that
You gotta
shit.
throw him in the category of some of the greats, like Bill Russell.
Rodman's best
Bill Russell?
game ever came against you guys.
Oh my God.
What were his numbers?
March of '92. Rodman had 34 rebounds.
34 rebounds?
While a member of the Bulls or a member of the Pistons?
It was March of '92. I'm going to guess.
Bulls.
Was he with Spurs?
He was with the Spurs, and
Spurs.
Yeah, he had 34 rebounds when he was with Spurs.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Come on, Dale and Antonio Davis.
The one thing I will say about that, like, 7 straight rebounding titles is very impressive. Like, that's crazy. But I think the most impressive thing about that is that means that he was playing a lot. Like, you can't just play, 30, 40 games here or, 60 games here and 20 games here. Like, no, you got to play 80, 70, 80 games each year to be able to get that scoring title. That rebounding title. So that's crazy. Like, the endurance, the toughness, the stamina. Like, that's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Keep him off the glass.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick Smith.
But he didn't guard you, did he?
No. Well, yes, on switches.
Oh, okay. But he didn't. He would never. You were the best.
No, he would never. No, he's not that dumb.
He's not that
He was dumb. He was good, but he wasn't that dumb. He was not going to start off.
He'd have locked you up, Reggie.
On a switch or coming off a screen, he might show out. But he's not. No, not off tip ball.
He'd have locked you up, Reggie.
And he knows better. He had 6.
He knows better.
How many did Reggie have in that game?
Oh boy.
Yeah, and did we win or lose? If he got 34 rebounds, they better have won.
Rodman had 34 rebounds and 10 points. Reggie, oh no.
Oh no, that bad?
Did Reg get double figures?
Reg was 3 for 6 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3, and only 6 points in 36 minutes.
What the heck?
Lock that boy up.
In 1992?
Rodman shut you down.
Lock that boy up. What you talking about, Reggie?
Maybe he did guard me that night. Oh, maybe I was ejected. Well, how many minutes did I play?
You played
That'll tell
36
me a lot.
minutes. You played 36 minutes.
Yeah, then he guarded me. Oh, man.
93, 94, and he's now your teammate.
Yeah.
And this is a unique cat.
Yeah.
I mean, he is.
That's an understatement right there, yeah.
How did oil and water mix?
Yeah. You know what? And I love Dennis. I really do. He's an unbelievable player. Incredibly athletic. He was like Superman. Like he just, just a freak of nature. Guy could run all day long, never got tired, and was like the energizer.
Where does David Robinson rank at all time, y'all? As far as all time centers, I'm not gonna say all time players, but all time centers. Where does David Robinson rank? Because I always hear his name. I was around, when it was young Kobe playing against young Tim Duncan, and David Robinson was at the end of his career, but he was still pretty good. So that's kind of what I remember. But where would y'all rank him at? Is he above Patrick Ewing? Is he above Moses Malone? Like, kind of give me a little rank on where David Robinson ranked.
Guys are bunny. I loved having him next to me on the court because you always felt like, you just got a warrior with you. So on the court, he's a great guy to have next to you. In the locker room, it's a little different story, but he marches to the beat of his.
So that's it for this video, guys.
I wonder what he was doing in the locker room that made him annoying. And David Robinson, you're not supposed to say that, bro. Like, why talk about your teammates? Like, just say he was a great teammate on the court. Like, you could have just left it at that. But I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all like this video. And go ahead and write something in the comments. Write what other videos y'all want me to react to. Like I said, it's a Dennis Rodman video out there where it was talking about how he was locking up Shaq. I think I'm going to react to that one next, just so I can kind of give y'all 2 videos of Dennis Rodman. I hate just reacting just once to a player and just kind of leaving it at that. I feel like we don't get enough out of that. We got to kind of get down a rabbit hole of just reacting to players multiple times. So if you like tuned into my channel and you see any videos out there of a player that I only reacted to like one of his videos, let me know. Let me know so I can start diving into more and we can get more information and more videos based on each player. But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.